What inspired you to do that, run for mayor?
Actually, it was conversations with individuals like your grandfather and then with Pam Iorio and Bob Buckhorn. And, the realization that our city was going to change more in this decade than it had in my entire life. And to be a part of that change was something that I saw as the honor of a lifetime. And I also have always felt that we had the right mayor at the right time in the history of our city. And so I think people will always say, what do you want your legacy to be? And I never think about those types of issues. But if at the end of my tenure, people can say that I was the right person at the right time, that would be certainly enough for me.
Totally. Did you have ideas going in? I want to fix this. I want to fix that. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do that?
Right. Well, one of the elements that I believe has benefited the city of Tampa from our elected officials is the continuation of those long-term plans and that vision for our city. And so we don't have someone that is out of office and a new person comes in and makes a hard left or a hard right or throws everything that's been accomplished out the window. And so to continue on the plans that had been put in motion from past mayors. And then for me, really looking at our infrastructure, the elements that had been ignored for so many years. And one of our first initiatives was our pipes program, $3 billion to replace our wastewater pipes that in many cases hadn't been touched in 80 to 100 years. So we respond to, for example, water main breaks to the tune of multiple millions of dollars a year. And so we have that in motion, and we're making great progress. And I always laugh about Mayor Pam Iorio, and she'll say, why nobody paid attention to the infrastructure? And I'm like, why? She goes, you never see a ribbon cutting for new sewer pipes.
Right.
I'm like, well, we're doing it. So I may be remembered as the wastewater mayor, but that's okay too.
Well, it's not sexy, right? It's not the new building. It's certainly not a river walk. You can't even really see it. I mean, if anything, it impacts your commute to work. It's kind of annoying, frankly. The roads are all closed down. So who would get excited about it? But for people that are new here, if you've moved here since Water Street or in the last few years, there is a lot of infrastructure work going on. Tampa was a rundown place. It really was. That's just the fact. I mean, when I was growing up in the 90s, every street was torn up. Right. Flooding was way worse than it is today. You're kind of right. We needed someone to come in and almost go backwards in time and fix what should have been done. Right. A lot of that stuff should have been done decades ago.
Right.
And it was
exactly.
And you know what? Maybe it's not the fault of a particular mayor or a council or whatever. Maybe the money wasn't there. We didn't have enough growth. I don't really know how that would all work. But maybe it wasn't able to be done. And now, because of this growth, we have over here on the wall most of the new development projects in our urban core. Look at the scale of that, right? That didn't happen in any other decade.
Right.
And maybe it was that growth that allowed you to have the funding or the credit or whatever, to be able to accomplish those projects.
Right. And then to say that, as we continue to build on Tampa's success, it has to be built on a strong foundation. And we are so fortunate. You can look historically where a plot of land came open and somebody put a high rise in. We are creating entire neighborhoods all over the city of Tampa. If you go all the way west to West Shore, what's happening and being reimagined down there by Andrew Wright and others, you come to Midtown, which has far exceeded their expectations. They're into phase 2. Reimagination of West Tampa, everything that's going on there. We're on our 9th or 10th tower in the West River projects, and more to come with Rome Yard. The West River Walk is getting ready to break ground on that. That's going to be amazing, should be finished in 2026. Bob Buckhorn has clearly his fingerprints on a lot of this, but you have to credit him with building a dynamic urban core in downtown. And every successful city has to have that. Tampa Heights, Water Street, Channel Side, what Daryl's going to do in Ybor City, it's just nothing short of amazing.
If you enjoyed this clip, click here for the full episode and make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.